Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Holmes back. Got that bag DK build finished for y'all. So this build is meant to be open world, and we are using subclassing. But I ain't gonna yap too much. I'm just gonna get straight to the video for y'all and go from there. But we'll have timestamps down in the description below. So if y'all just want to skip for the section you're looking for, you can go from there. But right off the bat, let's get into the gear. So y'all probably guess we're running burn the spell weave. Front ball, we're gonna run dual wield bases. Gonna get that little penetration. Made in nerd home. Put a flame damaging chain on that back ball. So I've been I gotta transmute this to probably sharpen, but I kinda like to infuse with the poison glyph. So either or works, but deal if you want more penetration, go with the sharpen. But if you want to run poisons, most that run poisons. That's the front bar, back bar. So running veteran vitality. It's just the sustain from this says absolutely insane. Like you can't go wrong with it. And then with back DK, bro, if you in open world, like I said, this build is personally for me. So this is only a template for y'all. So if y'all want to switch it up and do what you gotta do, by all means do what you gotta do. You feel me? But veteran vitality back bar. So I run resto. I do switch between resto, sword and board, and ice staff. Really just depends on the situation. Ice staff, I feel like that light attack is too slow for me sometimes, and the resto is this type shit fast. So if I'm trying to like hurry up light attack, get the proc from this the weapon damage glyph and the back ball, and switch over to my front bar real quick and get like a burst down. It's kind of hard sometimes to do that with the ice staff, but with the ice staff you can block using magicka, so it's like pick your poison, you know what I'm saying? But the sword board, I don't know if it's just like something about head or something like that, but I feel like I'm a little bit more tanky when I run the sword board. Plus you get that extra stam, it would have been more resistance. Actually no, I lie, you don't get a little bit more resistance, but you get a little bit more stam with the when you run the sword board. I put reinforce on it if you do run that. Blood spawns the monster set. You also can go battle works. Yeah, I do run this too. If you want that maximum burst, most stuff on battle works, you can still be pretty tanky with it. But I just love blood spawn. I tried to run Gotha on this setup. It just wasn't about a cup of tea. I just feel that like I didn't hit as hard as I wanted to, but it is viable. But if you do run Gotha, I'd probably change up a couple sets. I will probably make a BG build with this, which I'll probably release in the future, which I know what that is, but for open world, I would run Gotha. I do put max stam on that, just for a little bit more stam. One piece trainee with that max health glyph reinforced. Blood spawn with a max stam glyph reinforced. Burning spell weave, impin, max magicka. Gloves of retro vitality, max magicka impin. Heavy legs, retro vitality, max magicka impin. Then boots of retro vitality, max magicka impin. So the reason why we got one piece medium and two piece light and the rest heavy is we want that tankiness, and then we also want to get that undaunted passive. You can, by all means, like I said, y'all can change this up. It's just a template. Do what y'all gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I feel like. This is kind of like that sweet spot for me to be tanky while also doing good about damage. Burning spell weave neck. Go ahead and put an infuse on that. So we are running mark in here. This is a flex. You can run in any type of mythic you want to fit your needs. I like marking just to get that extra resistance and actually with a weapon damage. And then burning spell weave infused. With bag DK, we don't technically have an execute, so it's kind of hard to sometimes finish people off. So if you find trouble with that, go ahead and put bloodthirsty on one of your pieces. But yeah, that's the gear. Next, actually, so let's say you don't got burning spell weave, right? And y'all don't fight farming that shit, because I don't blame you if you don't, even though it's super easy. City Ash one is cheese, but getting the bases is type shit annoying. If you don't fight farming that, you can also run the sun. It's not gonna be as good, but it does hit hard. But yes, if you want to run that, most definitely do. And then if you don't want to run veteran vitality, you can also run auto got on this tune, but you run rallying cry. So we'll get straight to the skills. So this is the front bar. So we're running Flame Lash. So y'all probably gonna say, yo, why the fuck you not running the other morph? So the reason why I'm running this, so if you strike an enemy that's immobilized or stunned, you set them off balance. Target off balance enemy, it turns to Power Lash. You gonna hit them harder and you gonna heal, right? So with this build, we not running Fossil Eyes or Shattering Rocks, so we need some extra healing. And also, it's easy as fuck to send somebody off balance with Burn Towers. So you hit them with you gotta unbalance them. You get them harder, you're gonna heal. And then this shit procs like 4 or 5 times in a row. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's bugged or what, but it just procs. It procs. And also with our CP, we hit harder like that too. So that's why I run this map more personally. But you can go with the other morph. D-Fission. I'm not gonna say much more about it. Y'all already know the vibes. What this shit do. Shit looks like a fucking truck. It's crazy. And that's how, resource a major and minor breach. Deep breath. So this shit, I don't know, motherfuckers really sleep on this skill in my opinion. Like this shit hits like a truck, especially in the open world. It's a nice little heal and it's a nice little burst, you know what I'm saying? Especially when Burning Spell Weave is procced and we're fully buffed up with continuous in our back bar glyph. You can up 7k weapon damage and it's, spell damage by 4, but it's actually crazy. And if you're running Bowers too with a leap, come on bro, it's crazy damage. Burning Talons, it's a mobilize them and help proc Flame Blast. Also, if you're running like in a small group, you can synergize. Burning Embers, it's a nice little heal. So you open up with this, open up with Burning Embers. You got that dot taken. It's kind of like a oh shit heal if you really need it on your front bar, and then Ferocious Leap. Next, Deceptive Predator. With back DK, always lacked movement speed. So with this subclassing, without having to use Race of Time or something like that, we got Deceptive Predator, and that movement speed is crazy, and then immobilizes us. Excuse me, it gives an immunity to immobilizations. Can't go wrong with that. Hardened armor. You can go with the other morph if you really want to, but I like that little damage shield it gives you, even though it's half the PvP. I still like it. So this is your burst heal. It's a flex spot, so I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. If I'm want to be selfish as fuck, I'm gonna grab Wedding Blood. But most of the time, if I'm running a group of like 2, 3, 4 other people, I'll throw on Heal and Soul just so I can dish that out to them. Just to get, if they get burst, I can help them, support them, heal them. It's a flex spot, so you go between the two. Some of the burst heals you get from this shit is insane. So, like I said, it's your personal choice. If you do go on Heal and Soul, what I'll do is the heal obviously, then the dragonknight mastery is slept on in my opinion. This shit is crazy. I think gives you weapon and spell damage and reduces your damage taken. So this is an open world build, so you gotta be outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? So any type of reduced damage you can get is top tier. You feel me? So that's why I throw this on here. And the major vitality. Blue Betty just help with that sustain. The sustain on this build is absolutely insane. I have no problems at all sustaining. It's crazy. Honestly, I might even take a weapon. I mean, it's mag recovery glyph off and just go straight damage. But yeah. Flames of Oblivion. This shit is like a fucking truck for no reason at all. And that gives us spell and weapon critical. You can go cauterize. I switch between the two depending on what content I'm doing or who I'm grouped with. Decide the third. But I hope it helps with a lot of bursts. I flex this all so much. I go pretty much the vampire ult. I go rush the ult, spell wall ult. It really just depends on what I'm running. I like the vampire ult. It's kind of pretty much will take you fuck for a little bit, and you do quite a bit of damage. You can get the bat swarm around you too, so it's nice. That shit, it's like a truck. If you time it right with your boys and shit like that, and you got Bowers on, it definitely does some damage. So we are a vampire. So the reason why we are a vampire, I like to stay in stage 4. People gonna call me crazy, but I personally like it and I can sustain it. The reason why is this passive right here reduces the cost of sprinting by 50%. If you continue to sprint for 3 seconds, you automatically become invisible. So this pairs up with this passive right here, you feel me? If you leave sneak or misform, you gain that 300 weapon there for 6 seconds. So this right here, this procs in combat. You know what I'm saying? So if you run away from a Zerg, kiting right, Zerg, you running. When we come and go invisible, come out, get that weapon there. That's easy spell damage right there. You feel me? So you stack that with Burning Spell Weave, continuous attack, and your back bar glyph. I'm telling you, you up there in damage. You feel me? So that's why I'm Vampire stage 4. But ideally, you can just chill in 3 if you want. I definitely say Vampire is a must-have for this build. Just it makes you so damn tanky. If you're not running Vampire in this, come on. And then the flame damage you get from the Vampire, I negate that because our race. Or what am I doing? I'm tripping. Our race, we're a Dark Elf. Max Mag, Max Stem, Flame Resistance, Weapon and Spell Damage. Next, let's get into the CP. Boot Tree. What I personally like to run is Ironclad. I mean, pretty much, I'm gonna tell you the biggest two y'all. This is my biggest two to put in the boot tree, and y'all can like switch around. We definitely need Exploiter because when we set them off balance with Power Lash, we did 10% more damage. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep hitting that, bro. Come on, you hit like a truck. That 10% damage definitely stacks up. So that's like a must-have. If I had more CP, this would be maxed out. You feel me? But I'm kind of low CP, so we ain't quite there. But that we aim out. Also want that to 56%. So your single target attacks. So Flame Blast, a single target, it's gonna hit like a truck. You feel me? And then y'all can do whatever I want with the other ones, but those are my two must-have. I like to have Ironclad, just cause the takiness from it is cool. And then I guess I don't even know what the 4/4 you could put. The 4/4 I guess could be a flex. It's up to y'all. But that's that. Let's get over to the red tree. Red tree, bonus fatality, fortified just for more armor. Pain Refuge, and then you can go Sustained by Suffering if you really want to. Don't really need it on this build. I go Juggernaut instead on this build just for more damage reduction. We want as much damage reduction as possible for this build. It makes you extremely tanky, especially with Blood Spawn on. And if you take Blood Spawn off, you still be tanky when you run Battlers. And the Green Tree, as long as you got bounce speed. I mean, this one's a big one. Break Fall is nice. If you know you're kiting, you know, you had to jump off, you know, a keep or something like that, or like a resource or rocks or something like that, you know, that reduce damage definitely helps. So that's that. That's pretty much it. And yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is mount speed and not break fall. Anything else, y'all can do what the hell y'all want. So that's the CP. Consumables. Let's get to the consumables real quick. Clockwork Citrus, fill it. You know, if you a broke boy, go ahead and get that Witch Mother. I'm acting like I'm rich. Somebody gave me this shit. So, but I was running Witch Mothers. You don't really see too much of a dramatic difference, but definitely Clockwork is definitely the bust a lot for this. I mean, you can also run I don't got on this fucking character, but you can also run Smoke Hunch, Bewitch. There's a couple of things you can run. And then I carry Corrupting Bloody Marrow for me just to, you know, increase my stage 4 to stage 4 immediately. The tech pots, necessity, you know, stuff like Nightblade should be wowing. Tripod, oh no, these are lingering health pots. I don't really use them on this build. You got your tripods and then the movable pots. Next. Let's get into the stats. I know y'all probably want the stats. So this is a back bar, you feel me? So the back bar, you know, we're looking at pretty decent resistances. You know, decent, you know, spell damage and weapon damage for those nice heals. Crit 25, recovery, that's 2,000 without retro vitality proc or anything like that. We send out 16k stem, 30k health, and 26k magicka. The Mundus we're running, Atronach, increase your mag recovery. And let's get to the front bar. So this is what I burning spell reproc, continuous proc, invisibility proc, anything like this. Just straight, just with Betty Netch. You get burning spell reproc, that goes up. Continuous attack, that goes up. This side the third. So like I said, with 4 we buffed up, you can get up close to 7k. We still got and we still got decent resistances on our front, bro. We're tanky as shit. So you can be aggressive longer. The tool tip, it's not gonna be a true tool tip. The 1,000, and then you proc it to 10,000. Like I said, it's not a true tool tip, but kind of gives it like kind of like a ballpark. You feel me? So this build is mainly for open world, but y'all can use it to beat cheese if you want to. You can use it in duels. I use it in duels. It's cool. You can use it for pretty much anything, but this really shines in open world. You know what I'm saying? This is made for open world. That's my playstyle. It's open world PvP, small scale and shit like that. But I'm sure y'all can make a couple tweaks to make it, to y'all liking and stuff like that. So my fucking footage of the gameplay deleted. I was recording all day yesterday, and I don't know what the fuck happened, so I can't really show y'all gameplay, but I will try to get a video out as quick as possible showing what this build can really do. This shit is like a fucking truck, and it's tanky as shit. I will pull up the superstar for y'all, for the boys who just skip to the end and just want to see the superstar without me yapping and shit like that, because I do be yapping, you feel me? So let me pull that up for y'all boys. So that's the superstar right there. While y'all looking at that, if y'all got any questions during that, hit me up in the comments. So y'all see me in game, just hit me up, let me know what's up. Like I said, I'm gonna make a BG build for Magni K. And I'm also working on a stamp bar. And then I don't know when I'm gonna have that out, because I'm trying to just have fun and Cyrano, to be honest. But probably within the next week or two, I'll probably get a stamp bar going. I tried my hardest to get a pure Magni cake, bro. It just didn't work. You feel me? It just didn't work. Also, what's it called? Before I forget to mention. So let's say you don't want to run Burning Talons, right? I don't got a scribe right now. But so if you want to run a stun, right, instead of running healing, so run crack, running blood, and then you turn this into a stun. So there's a stun. Actually, I'll just go show y'all. Get my shit up. It's up here. So you go. It's right. Stuns them, heals you, and major defile. So if you want to be a fucking bad DK that procs major defile people, that's the way you do it. I probably should have said something about that earlier. Skills, I just slipped my mind. I apologize for that. But yeah, that's if you don't want to run talents. And then also you can if you don't want to run either one of those, you also got contingency. And then I also seen people use Weird Soul. They put flame damage, and then they put more flame damage, and then major defile. So if you want to run that too, you can do that. But like I said, this is what I run. Make y'all tweaks and everything like that. But that's pretty much it. I'm about to go hop and stare on my duo just got on. But yeah, like I said, y'all got any questions, just hit me up in comments. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Y'all take it easy. Alright, peace.